Throughout my personal development journey, I've come to realize that motivation is different for everyone and is relative for each individual. Are you struggling to stay motivated or are you overly motivated? Stay tuned to the end to learn more about motivation. See, one of the most dangerous drugs an entrepreneur can become addicted to is motivation. I've heard a lot of entrepreneurs say, I just need to get more motivated in order to start a project or achieve a goal. This usually means they will spend a few hours reading and listening to other people's success instead of creating their own. Now, there's nothing wrong with motivation or learning from the success of others, but it becomes a problem when you need the reward feeling before even putting in the action. Not only does it take away from precious time that you should spend working, it also means that you will need to have higher dose of motivation as time goes on. I believe the best way to get motivated is to get moving. No matter how uncomfortable it may feel to get to work, even when you're not feeling it, you'll realize that the feeling will come as you go. Motivation should not be a requirement to start working. Let's talk about a few tips to get you started. First and foremost, you are to start small. Start with a small goal that you can accomplish within 15 to 30 minutes. You also want to use motivational tools as a reward for accomplishing your goal, not as a substitute. Taking some sort of action towards your goal will create momentum and help you to achieve your goal faster. Now, I want you to understand that motivation will come and go, but it is your commitment to your goals that should always remain constant. So whether or not you're feeling it, whether or not you're in the mood, whether or not you're feeling energized, the best thing you can do for yourself is to get started. Motivation can also become an addiction that is being over-motivated. See, people struggle from not only having too little motivation, but also from having too much motivation. Let's look at motivation deficit for a moment because a lot of people struggle from that. Sometimes people say if they could just get that right bit of inspiration, they will have the courage to finally take action, start that business, get into a good relationship, and give up junk food or whatever else that they might want to do. The opposite applies. People who have too much motivation want to do too many things and find it impossible to stick with a project until its execution. Well, naturally, people prefer doing what's easy. For example, learning is hard. Playing with your phone or watching TV is not. Or better yet, scrolling up and down social media on your phone is the easiest thing to do. And interestingly, it's very enjoyable. Now, motivation when applied usually works best as a remedy to routine. If someone is stuck in a particularly ineffective pattern of behavior, then extra motivation might trigger a new push to improve. You're constantly scrolling on social media for hours and hours on end without even realizing it. Because guess what? That's a behavior that has become a part of you. So in order to leave that habit or behavior and take on a new habit that is going to be beneficial for you, it will need an extra motivation, an extra push for you to be able to improve and get better at this new task. But it's also important for you to be able to sustain that motivation. So you can get the motivation, you can be motivated, but are you able to sustain it? Are you able to keep that motivation going? Are you able to keep doing that task without going back to your comfort level, to what you were being comfortable doing in the past? That's what matters. You resorting back to your old habits is a sign of low motivation. Or maybe your interest level wasn't high enough for this new habit. And because of that, motivation was not sustained in order for you to adapt to this new habit and make it your own. Everyone is different, and something that might work for me or another person might not work for you. All you can do is realize the situation you are in and acknowledge it, and then experiment with different things to see what has the best result for you. That's all I got for you today. Thank you so much for your time here. I love to learn and grow with you, and I love hearing your feedbacks. So leave your feedbacks in the comment section and tell me, what does motivation mean to you? Remember to continue to be your best self and keep striving because you have it in you. Thank you and have a blessed day.